Hi everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Casey Ralston and I'm a teaching associate professor and the MS-LS program coordinator at UNC Chapel Hill School of Information and Library Science. I teach several of our library focused courses, including library assessment, library instruction, and a seminar in popular materials and readers advisory, which I'm teaching right now. I'm joined today by my colleagues Lori Haight, who is our Director of Student Services, and Erica Patillo, who is our Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. And if you have any questions while I'm talking, you can just drop them in the chat, and Lori and Erica will try to respond to those as I'm going. I'm really excited to talk to you today about our school because in addition to being on the faculty here, I am also a graduate. I went through our MS-LS and our PhD program, and that means that I've been in your shoes trying to decide whether a library science degree was right for me, and if so, where I might apply. So before I get into any details about our program, I do want to address a bit of news that you might have seen about our school. In October, our chancellor at UNC announced that our school and UNC's School of Data Science and Society would be joining together to form a new school starting next year. The new school doesn't yet have a name, and basically what that means is that by the time you apply, we won't technically be SILS anymore, but I do want to assure you that nothing about our MS-LS program is changing. Our faculty, our curriculum, our program support will all carry over to that new school. So we're still figuring out all the details, but nothing I'm going to share with you today should be changing. So with that out of the way, a large factor in my own decision to apply to UNC for our MS-LS program was the program's strong national reputation and ranking. We're currently ranked number 3 in the US News and World Report's ranking of best library and information studies programs, and number 4 in the QS World University rankings. Library employers know that our graduates are top-notch, and that they leave SILS prepared to not only work in the field, but to really be leaders in it, if that's what they want to do. Here are a few of the positions on the slide that our recent graduates have accepted. You'll note that some of these positions are not traditional library roles. As an iSchool, SILS offers both the MS-LS and an MS-IS or information science degree, and our flexible curriculum means that students can take both traditional library science courses like collection management or reference alongside more technical courses like data visualization and data governance. Increasingly, libraries are looking to hire people with skills in areas like data analysis, AI, and knowledge management. And our program can prepare you for jobs like those, as well as for more traditional library positions such as youth services work in a public library or instructional support in an academic library. Our master's program is a 2-year commitment, and our courses are primarily offered in person. So we are a residential master's program. Most of our students live in Chapel Hill or in neighboring Carborough. There's a free city bus line that connects Chapel Hill and Carborough, as well as other parts of the Triangle with the university. Our area of North Carolina is really just a great place. It's one of my favorite things about the school. We're 3 hours from the mountains, 3 hours from the beach. We got a good cost of living, most beautiful spring and fall weather you can find anywhere. We also have a really incredible concentration of colleges and universities in our area. UNC, of course, Duke and NC State are the big 3. But we also have NC Central University, Shaw, Campbell, Meredith, Elon, and several others within easy driving distance. Many of our students do work part-time at the UNC libraries while they're in our program, but we also have students working or doing field experiences across the Triangle at libraries and some of those other colleges and universities. And we also have multiple public library systems in the area. So Chapel Hill, Orange County, Durham County, and Wake County all have excellent public library systems that employ many of our students while they're in the program, and also many of our alumni after they graduate. I'm going to talk a little bit about our curriculum now, which is another thing that I think sets our program apart. Our master's students take only 2 required courses in their first year. One of those is what we call the Perspectives course, which is an introduction to the unified field of information and library science. And then in the spring, students take a course called Ethics, Values, and Society. Outside of those two courses, we have a course bins system that ensures that all of our students are exposed to a broad range of professional competencies. Our MSLS students take at least 2 courses each in the Information and Services and Organizations bins, and at least 1 course each in the Technology and People and Communities bins. And just to give you a sampling, this list here is just a partial list of the courses that are available in our Services and Organizations bin. So you can see there's a really wide range of courses in each bin to choose from. To help you decide within that, we do offer advising grids for many of the popular areas of specialization. So for example, if you're interested in adult services and public libraries, you could use that advising grid to help you select the specific classes in each bin that are going to be most relevant and useful for your career path. Of course, we also offer one-on-one and group advising to help you make sure that you're getting the most out of your time here. We also offer oops, did I skip that? No? Okay, sorry, skipped a page. Our capstone options, there are 2 of them. So when our students are in their 2nd year, you have the option to either do a research-based master's paper or a practicum. Both of these options entail a preparation class that you would take in your 3rd semester. It's going to set you up for success, and then you would complete the paper or the practicum in your final semester. The master's paper is a opportunity for our students to do original empirical research under the supervision of a faculty advisor. And our students have studied everything from like a case study of the Lucasfilm archives to how AI can help with refugee services in North Carolina. And there are literally thousands of other examples of past master's papers that you can check out at the link that's on that slide there if you're interested in exploring some more. The practicum is a newer option for us, and if you choose that direction, then you would work with a small group of students on a real-world scenario, real-world project that might be sponsored by a local library or a government organization or even an individual or a faculty member. Last semester, one of those projects involved digitizing the courthouse mural at the Orange County Courthouse in Hillsborough. Another one worked to create some information literacy curriculum for an elementary school in our area. So that the opportunities there are really varied. You can get a little bit better sense of what the practicum option might entail if you go to the 2nd link on the slide. Another way that you can get practical experience while you're at SILS is through our field experience program. We offer field experiences that any student can take once they've accumulated at least 18 credit hours. Those experiences are facilitated by Dr. Haight, who's on this call, and they allow our students to gain 135 hours of on-the-ground professional experience while also receiving 3 hours of elective course credit. The field experience is a really great way for our students to build their skill sets and add to their resumes while trying out different types of library work to see what they're most excited about. And a lot of our students end up taking more than one field experience to try to get as much on the ground experience as they can while they're here. So if you are thinking about applying, you are definitely on the right webinar, because I personally read every application to our MSLS program. I can tell you exactly what we're looking for in our applicants. We want applicants who care about library users and communities. We want students who want to work with people. Libraries and archives are not primarily about books or other materials. If you're looking for a quiet job where you can read all day, you won't find that here. We're also looking for students who are curious, who are eager to learn, and who are open to being intellectually challenged. Our application does not require GRE scores. Actually, we recommend that you don't submit those even if you have taken the test for another application. What we do look at are primarily your letters of recommendation and your personal statement, along with your academic record and your record of relevant professional experience, if that's applicable. Former work or volunteer experience in a library or an archive or a museum is great. But we've also had students who were able to talk in their statement about how their work in a different field like education or customer service might translate into library work. We have 2 application deadlines each year for fall admission. One of them is in early December and one in February. The December deadline is for any student who wants to be considered for our merit-based aid. So we definitely recommend that if you're going to apply, you try to meet that deadline. We offer a really wide range of financial support to our incoming students each year, ranging from smaller one-time awards all the way up to full fellowships that would cover tuition, fees, health insurance, and a stipend. Students who apply after that December date are still considered for admission, but are not considered for merit-based aid. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Haight in just a second, but I'll close out my part by just highlighting some of our faculty who teach our library science courses, because they're really awesome and you should come learn with them. Dr. Joseph Winberry teaches our public library seminar among other classes, and his work focuses on library outreach and services to older adults. He also, on a personal note, does amazing voice impressions and has the most adorable teeny tiny dog. Dr. Maggie Mello studies collaborative learning spaces and critical making culture, and she teaches one of our most popular courses, which is called Information Professionals in the Makerspace. Students in her class create what she calls data physicalizations that combine crafting and making with data visualization. Honestly, that's an assignment that I'm really jealous, and I keep saying that I'm going to do it one of these days. And then finally, last but not least, Dr. Brian Sturm is our resident storyteller and folklorist. He teaches courses in storytelling and professional communication, as well as youth services librarianship. And he really loves to chat with students about whatever gets them immersed in a flow state, whether that's books or video games or tabletop RPGs. I could keep going about our faculty for the rest of the hour because they are all kind and interesting people with so much to offer to our students. But I'm going to stop now and turn the mic over to Lori, who will highlight some of our students.
Thank you, Casey. I'd like to add a few spotlights on our fantastic students. As you heard from Casey, they can complete an MSLS or an MSIS degree. Both are accredited, and choosing one doesn't limit what your work setting might be. So there is Catherine, or Kat, who graduated last May. She completed her MSIS, but took an internship last spring with Library IQ, and that led to her current position with them as a public library director near Richmond, Virginia. A similar thing happened to Logan, who started a field experience with a unit on campus to assess what type of system they needed to create for their student tracking. That assignment turned into her leading the group project for her master's practicum. And now that she's graduated, she's been hired full-time to run that system. Lindsay, who also graduated last May with an MSLS and is a student success librarian at the University of Georgia. And Lucia, who was interested in finding an archival role and is a conservation assistant at the Frick Collection in New York City. We have over 4,500 alumni all over the world who are doing amazing things. I wanted to focus today on those who only recently completed their program and are already making a difference in the LIS community. Thank you.
Thanks, Lori, and thank you all again for joining us today. There are a lot of exciting things ahead for our school and for our MSLS and MSIS programs, and we do hope that you'll consider applying and being part of that future with us. Our contact information is on the screen, and we are always happy to chat with prospective students and answer any questions you might have.